or the analysis as to why I dislike Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story, which is a Bridgerton prequel, I believe, for Queen Charlotte's story. So yeah, which is a show on Netflix. So yeah. Number one, messy love story. Extremely messy. The progression of George and Charlotte's love story was so rushed and the chemistry was lacking, to say the least. Let me tell you something. The way I saw so many online opinions about how much chemistry that the two characters had, I was kind of sitting here watching this for the first time. I was like, oh, yeah, this isn't it for me. It's just not working. Like, I don't buy that you're a couple. Like, I'm not convinced. You know what I mean? And the way the fandom hyped up this scene where Charlotte says, "Oh, she will stand with George," and I went in with the expectation, and I was in for a multi-layered love story that blossoms over time, obviously, because it's like shown that through Charlotte and George's story, it's set in like when they like first meet and get they literally meet on their wedding day, which is absolutely wild. And then it goes through like their lives, like I think decade by decade, or just like it's like a time skip it just goes back to the past, to the present, etc. When they were living together, it was giving old married couple who resented each other. And the relationship lacked the passion that I expected. This is not the best Bridgerton couple on the show. In my opinion, it's still, and I stand by this, even when season 3 has come out, I love Penelope and Colin. I don't really like Daphne and the Duke together, but I get it. Eventually, I did get why they're a couple, but I have one major problem with that. But like, that's for another video because I do have a script for that specific season. So yeah, they're not the best Bridgerton couple, Kate and Anthony are, to be honest, because I just love a enemies to lovers trope, and I think here in season 2 it was done really well. And yeah, but the way their story, and also because their story, Kate and Anthony's love story, was built up layer by layer each episode, and um and it had tension, stakes, which is so important. Tension. If there is no tension, no matter what love story it is, friends to lovers, enemies to friends, whatever, I can't buy it. Like Kate and Anthony truly set the standard, honestly. And and I'm just saying the writing, bro. Like just the writing and nothing else. Like genuinely. Like the dialogue is so important to me. And like honestly, the acting from like the two actors, they very much sold it. Like they sold it. I believed it. I was like, absolutely, these two absolutely hate each other. But then over time, like their walls started to like crumble, and they were able to be vulnerable to each other. Like a mix of complicated emotions. This is how you should be feeling when you're in love. You know what I mean? And the 6 episode structure that Queen Charlotte had didn't help that either. If anything, it very much clogged the story with like it just felt really cramped in and rushed, to be honest. The plot and the other subplots that weren't connected to the main storyline or were connected to the main storyline fell all over the place, and it just dragged the quality of the show down. And very much, and the second point, because again, this is another unfinished script, the surface level character exploration. I wasn't really satisfied with what was going on with any of these characters, to be honest. I don't remember their names. Besides like the two main characters and Brimsley, I think his love story was done. I mean, it was good, but it was good. It was better than the main love story, if we're gonna be completely honest. Like, but yeah, genuinely, I just felt like these characters, with the runtime of 6 episodes, it did not allow for these characters to be properly like fleshed out, and they didn't feel like real characters. I felt like they were just shoved in there to prove a point and to just be there, like to be in the show and nothing more. Like at times I felt like it was so superficial. I was like, what are we doing here? I meant to like enjoy or at least like understand why these characters are here. Like sometimes I did get it. I was like, oh, okay, I see what you did there. Other times I was just like, oh, what? Like genuinely like confused. Honestly, when I got to the end, I was just like, I'm just not really impressed. Like I would give this I don't know if I have a rating for this, but genuinely, a 3 out of 10 for Queen Charlotte season 1, which is a prequel, I think, or like just like an alternative spin-off. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Comment your thoughts on what you thought about this show, and yeah, bye.